Good evening, my name is Valkyries Anibal Rodriguez, and this is the final production of this English course where Teofilo Alvarez is the facilitator. And tonight we have a topic about globalization, causes and consequences, is the one I've chosen for tonight. So, globalization involves culture, economy, and political factors. The increasing of this has bring to the humanity the opportunity to grow their local businesses, the way they think, to share also their ideas, to exchange basically the culture with others. More people is having the opportunity to find a perfect place for them out of the on country that they live on. This easy is about to describe the definition itself, but also point out the causes and consequences, as I mentioned, of this big term, getting to be involved in the main reasons of why this is what is right now and how it affects us as human beings. So, we have already talked about like the way globalization affects and involves products and services. We already know that. And the way this can be reached or delivery on three main ways known as commercialization by land, sea, or air. Like this is for products, right? Even though this represents one of the most common concepts of globalization itself, this also means that people uh, can share their ideas and knowledge on the world based on a commercial and cultural um, platform. This has demonstrated how it impacts is irreversible, knowing that economic service and products are the top of globalization environment. In the other hand, for culture state, people is getting to be beyond culture barriers where we now get to be connected no matter the language, the religion, or any other characteristic of any person. You can still live and share similarities and, of course, differences with others. We know that this impact has brought a lot of positives in our current lives: market opportunities, economic increasing, culture exchanging, and many others that in the meantime are indispensable for us. We certainly can avoid to point out the causes that took place to make this happen. Within the ones we can mention, the agreements exist in the years in the past, which has been the like one of the main reasons or the base to others, such as the improvement of communication, as I mentioned before, where we get to be connected no matter where geographical we are located. These new resources have given us the opportunity to communicate all over the world easily. And we also need to mention the improvement of transport, like transportation. If it was not for the advances we have today in transport, like airplanes or ferries or any other kind of transportation, I think it wouldn't be able for us to reach the globalization as a point that is right now. But let's mention like the main ones of the positive and negative of this globalization. The positive On the positive side, we have the export and import of food, also as any other things that we might need in our daily routines, but no matter the season or the weather. The brands manufacture becomes cheaper and it offers jobs opportunities to the people and cultural diversity and exchange, of course. And the negative side, we have the ecological damage from big companies, an increasing of transport who also damage our environment. Changes on global economic jobs become more insecure, like people is looking for more temporary jobs, and this is not like safe for us, as well as the market competition with our own local services and community. People from small businesses get to be in trouble with when big brands arrive to their communities to share their products. But as a conclusion, we have to point that globalization has its pros and cons, depending on which side of the definition you refer to. But certainly, it came to change the way we live and how we share information, traditions, products, and much more in the world. Um, we are all affected by this, and we can say that sometimes it's not easy live in a world that with this amount of commercialization and differences, but we must understand how this term of globalization works, not letting like the economical idea to impose us to keep doing the wrong things. um, Basically, we just need to take advantage of the situation if we can, but also having on mind that we can't like damage our environment, which is the only one that we have, and letting letting that this globalization take place where wherever it needs to take place, but in the right amount of consciences. And yep, basically that's it for the last assignment. Thank you for your attention.